And I'm going to go further into this by speaking about our rituals that we participate in as an Igbo person. When you begin to, awaken, when your mind begins to open up to your identity, when your mind begins to open up to the core essence of yourself, you begin to get into spirituality. Because the truth is, there is no spiritual awakening without mental awakening. Your mind needs to waken up.
True.
And like my mentor, Ihejioku, used to say, he would say the mind governs the soul. And that is just the pure truth about it. Your mind and your soul has to work in alignment. How you see things, how you see the ways of your people, how you see your culture, how you see the way you dress, how you see your lifestyle, how you see your brothers, your sisters, and those who are from the same cultural heritage as you, and how you see, your ancestors, how you acknowledge and plays a huge role and part of it. And then that will lead me to, speaking about Ugombo. Ugombo is a spiritual act. It is a transaction. And for every good transaction, both parties or all parties involved are satisfied. It's not just, because you go to the market and you buy, the buyer buys, the seller sells. Both parties are satisfied. The seller is satisfied because, I've sold. The buyer is also satisfied because I got value for what I give, or what I want to achieve, or what I went to the market to get. Nobody goes to market carelessly. And so when you begin your spiritual rituals, your daily rituals, which has to do with communing with your entities, your izumes, which has to do with connecting, one integral part of Igbo and your daily ritual is that it's a communion. And this communion is not just a communion of just, let's just do it. It's not just doing the Christian thing of doing morning prayers, afternoon prayers. It's deeper than that. It is a deeper part of meditation. It's a deeper part of connecting. It's a deeper part of association. And it opens up your divinity. The more you do it, the more you practice it, the more you master it. You master self. You master the understanding. You master the knowledge.
Yes.
And the process on which you do it has, there are different ways, but we know we have major Igbo sacramentals, of which, the Kola, the Izu, the Edo, Chara, and the rest. But everybody cannot, do it the same way.
Yeah.
Because your level of understanding, your level of spiritual access is different.
Yeah.
But basically, the reason why we do this, the reason why it's paramount that we do it, because it connects to those who were before us. It also connects to who we are now. Because part of your spiritual transaction is to not just the regular praying to receive good things, to receive blessings, to receive money, to be important, to be relevant. It's deeper than that, because we're not just here to accumulate wealth, we are here to make an impact.
Yes.
And the purpose of why we are even here now is still part of it all.
True.
For everything that we do in spirituality, there's a price to pay. I speaking here before you, I'm paying a price. You listening to me, I'm paying a price.
Yeah.
And it's all part of our spirituality. Nothing goes for nothing. The moment you take a first step, it opens up a level of access. When you're consistent, when you delve deeper, you seek knowledge, you get to know and familiarize yourself with who you are. It's not something that just happens overnight. It's a process. Because for years you've been living on bold identity, you've been living on false identification. You've been in Kechi, but you've been calling yourself Cynthia. And calling yourself something that doesn't resonate with your spirit. Like I said when I started, words are sounds. Sounds have weights. Sounds are symbolical. It all has meaning. And the moment you name something, you're giving it a meaning, you're giving it an identification.
True.
And the more you call that thing, whatever you call it, whether it's to elevate it or to reduce it, it reflects, and the effects is shown. The effects of what you call it is shown. So when you're practicing your daily rituals, understand that you're not just doing a routine. It's deeper than that. And you can only understand it when you see it from the perspective of which you are supposed to see. Perspective matters a lot in spirituality. How you see what you are doing, the impact you believe that it has on you. Let me not use the word believe.
You know.
Because as Igbo people, we do not believe.
Yes.
We know what we are doing. We know that this is what we do. We acknowledge our ancestors. We acknowledge the deities of our land. We know it is a lifestyle. It's an expression of our soul. And our soul found expression in those things. And it interprets. It interprets in how we do it, and the whole process and the whole ritual and the manner of approach. And one of the core steps in practicing our daily rituals, the first two, because there's no farmer that goes to the farm without his tool. When going to the farm, you go with your tool because you are prepared for what you are going to do, your perspective. You don't go to the farm just to go and, just want to have a chill time. You're going there with a mission, you're going there with a purpose. So that is already your perspective. And to empower your perspective more is your intention. And what follows that intention is the tool you use. And one of the core, most important tools that goes in line with observing your spiritual is the use of water. And I'm saying this because, yes, you have to cleanse. You have to prepare yourself. The first process, either you are cleaning your ears or washing your hands or washing your feet, it is the first tool. Either you are bathing, you are cleansing, that is the first tool you must observe. Nice. And we all know what water is. I don't think there's any need for me to go deeper into it. It is spiritual. It's not just a survival, something that we used to survive, because our body is made of it. We use it daily. There's nobody that hasn't used water today. And so before you observe your rituals, the first tool you are using is your water to cleanse yourself. So that is the first important tool of observing your daily rituals, in cleansing yourself. And the moment you're already having that perspective in your mind, you're already mirroring that intention. So you're going to the bedroom to have your bath, you're going to prepare yourself. You've already set your soul, and your spirit acknowledges that process. Your spirit mirrors it. So by the time you are seated to observe and to call on your ezumes, to call on your entities to come and partake of that communion, you've already signaled it. Already, like the whole process of cleansing and preparing yourself mentally and body-wise has already interpreted the symbolism of what you're about to do. And it's not just about going to make requests or make demands or make complaints. It's understanding that it is about associating yourself with, identifying as an Igbo person, but understanding the essence of your soul's expression, understanding the importance of your soul, of the sacredness of your soul and why you are here. And when you continue to do so, when you continue to identify with the coreness or the importance of the spirituality, it finds its expression in Odinala. And it will continue to be as it is now, as it was before, and as it's always going to be, because you cannot change it. Yeah. A lot of things that we're born into, a lot of things that we see around us were in existence even before we were born, even before our fathers were born. They were there. And all of a sudden, a lot of people begin to see those things as archaic, as barbaric, as not cool, as not modern, as not civil, as not modern. Like it's not enough, because they don't understand that the fact that they are here has a lot of meanings, has a lot of interpretations, has a lot of the great power of why we are here. And one other thing I would like to emphasize on is the fact that when you are seeking knowledge, it's important that you understand the language of your soul. Everybody's soul language is different. And that is why when you're doing your daily rituals, it's not just, one person can just use kola, inzu, edo, and the likes. Another person will add additional things to it. Another person will add sounds, musical instruments to communicate. Not to communicate, to praise, to express. That's why I keep saying expression of your soul, because expression of your soul goes beyond the words that you speak. Even though words are spoken, your attitude. Are you just doing it because you have to do it, or you're doing it because you understand the significance and the importance of what you're doing? You understand that it has effects, and the effect that it has is not just physical; it is both spiritual and physical. Just the way the effects of those who were before us, we see it around us. Yeah. We know it, we acknowledge it, we recognize ourselves with it, we associate ourselves with it. And even after we have left, the impact of what we are doing now is still going to live, and we'll come back. For those who are going to reincarnate back, because those who are going to reincarnate back are still going to come and meet whatever it is that we are laying the foundation of, your building is. Because you don't reincarnate through your children or through your family, one way or the other, you're still going to come and attach yourself back to what it is that we are doing here.